Okay, let's go ahead and work with trigonometry. We're going to start on homework exercise number 6 from section 10.6 from the textbook. Now, before we attempt to solve problem number 6, we have to go ahead and change our calculator from radians to degrees. A lot of your calculators will be set on radians. So what we have to do is, you've got a TI-84 plus or TI-83. You go to the mode key, okay, right next to the second key, the mode key right there, and click on that key. And you should get a screen that comes up similar to this. What you have to do now is the third line, radian in degree, you want to highlight the degrees, okay, because we're solving everything, we're putting in degrees, not radians, okay, for the angle measures. So what you need to do is you need to go ahead and use your down arrow key until you get to the third line. Radian will be blinking. Use your right arrow key to highlight degree and hit enter. Hit enter to save it. Now it's gonna, you can put in your angles in degrees, which is all the problems we're doing. So leave it in degree mode and then just go ahead and hit second mode for quit to get out of there. And now we're going to be in the right mode. Okay, so again, you've got to go to mode and you've got to go down to the third line and you've got to highlight degree and you've got to hit enter to save, and then you can go ahead and hit second quit and you'll be in the right mode. Okay, now in terms of, let's go ahead and solve problem number 6. We have find the measure of side A, okay? We use one of the acute angles. We always use the acute angle, it's 40 degrees. With respect to the 40-degree angle, side A is opposite and side B is adjacent. So opposite and adjacent, the trig function that involves opposite and adjacent is the tangent. So what we have is the tangent of the angle right here with respect to angle A, 40 degrees, is equal to the side opposite we're trying to find is A over the adjacent side, which is 290. Okay, so now what we can do is to solve for A, we're dividing by 290, so we can multiply both sides by 290. So the 290s cancel here, so A is going to equal 290 times the tangent of 40 degrees. Okay, now for the TI-83, you put it in the exact same order. So you go ahead and do 290, and then you don't even need to multiply. It automatically multiplies. Then your tangent key is right above the 2 above the 9, right here, tangent, you can see. And then you get tangent, put in the angle measure, which is 40, and then put in the right paren, and then go ahead and hit enter. It automatically multiplies, and we're supposed to round to the nearest whole number. So 243.3, there's a 3 in the tenths, so we would keep it at 2, round down to 243, and again, it's just the length of a side, so it's the same units, centimeters to the first power, and that indeed is our correct answer. Now on a scientific calculator, to go from radians to degrees, you may have to, there's usually a key that just says degrees, and then above it radians, and if you click on it, the degree, then you'll go into the degree mode. And also some scientific calculators, you might have to put in 40, and then you put in the angle measure, and then you hit the tangent, and then you press equals to get the answer, and then multiply by 290. So it's the reverse order on a scientific calculator. Okay, hopefully most of you have a TI-83 or 84. That one you just do 290 tangent of 40 degrees. Okay? All right, let's look at problem number 7. We're given find the measure of side B. Okay, this time we need to involve B and we need to involve B and the side 230, which is the hypotenuse. Now, with respect to the 33-degree angle, the side B is adjacent, and the C is opposite the right angle, right? The two legs form, so this is actually the hypotenuse. So the trig function that involves, with respect to angle A, the 33-degree angle, the trig function that involves adjacent hypotenuse is cosine, right? So we have the cosine of 33 degrees, that angle, is equal to the side adjacent B over the hypotenuse, which is 230. So we can multiply both sides by 230, okay? And we get B is equal to 230 times the cosine of 33 degrees, okay? So we can easily put that into our calculator, and it will give us the correct answer. Okay, again, we got to go to mode. Make sure you go to mode and you're in degrees, okay, or on the scientific calculator, hit your degree. Okay, so anyway, we have 230. Cosine is above the left paren, and it was 33 degrees was the angle we're working with. 192.89 rounded to the nearest whole number. So an 8 in the tens, we'd round up to 193. And it's the length of a side, so it's a linear measure, and it's given in the same units as the other side. The hypotenuse is in inches. So we have our correct answer of 193. Okay. Number 8. Question homework exercise number 8. We need, with respect to the angle A, 29 degrees, the side A is opposite, and the side C is the hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle, right? The two legs form the right angle. So the trig function with respect to angle A that involves opposite and hypotenuse is the sine, right? Sine is, so sine of 29 degrees is the side opposite over the hypotenuse, which is 17. Again, we can multiply both sides by 17. 17's cancel, and we get A is equal to 17 times the sine of the angle we're working with, which is 29 degrees. Okay? So again, make sure you're in degrees. 17 times the sine of 29. Again, remember that you go to mode, and you go down, and if if radians highlighted, you highlight degrees, hit enter, and then hit second quit, and you're in there. So now we have 17, sine is above the comma of 29 degrees. Put in your right paren, we get 8.24, so rounded to the nearest whole number, we would round down to 8 because there's a 0.2 in the tenths. And again, meters is given as the hypotenuse, so the units are in meters. All right, let's look at homework exercise number 9. With respect to the angle A, 32-degree angle, the side A is opposite and side B is adjacent, right? They form the right angle. So we have the trig function that involves opposite and adjacent. Adjacent is tangent. So tangent of the angle we're working with is 32 degrees, is the side opposite, 26, over the side adjacent, which is B. So now notice, B is actually in the denominator, right? We have B in the denominator. So what we need to do here is we need to do a couple of algebra steps. We need to first multiply by B on both sides. Okay, and so the b's cancel, so we get B times the tangent of 32 degrees is equal to 26, and then you can simply divide by the tangent of 32 degrees. That's a value, so you can divide both sides of the equation by the tangent of 32 degrees. These are the same values, they cancel. So now B is equal to 26 divided by the tangent of 32 degrees. So be careful, it's a division, right? So you got to go ahead and put 26 divided by and then tangent of 32 degrees is what we'll do on our calculator. 26 divided by the tangent of 32 degrees. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. 26, it's a fraction, divided by, then you can just put tangent of 32 degrees, put your right paren, and there's our value, 41.6. Rounded to the nearest whole number. There's a 6 and a 10, so we would round up to 42. And again, the one side is given in yards, so the length is in yards, and that indeed is our correct answer. Okay, we're going to stop this session here. If you have any questions, send me an email through the Canvas course, and I will be more than happy to help you. Thank you. Thanks again. It's Dr. Swers, or my email is tswers@fsw.edu. Thank you.